And welcome back to All Together Now. I'm Rob Similcare in New York. We're talking with the co-founders of Cooking for Life, Hari Nayak and Vikas Khanna, who are with me here in the studio today. So, guys, we talked a bit about where you've been. Let's talk about where this organization is going, particularly overseas. Why don't you start with Japan, which is very exciting.
It's very interesting, Rob, that you can put a neutral force, which is very powerful, to benefit people, to bring people together. And I think the two major neutral forces are music and food. Which every human being relates to. I can relate
to that. Yeah. Absolutely. You can get me out for music and a meal anytime. So, and what are you going to be doing in Japan?
In Japan, we're doing this thing called the cherry blossoms of it's an interesting concept because in the spring, the Japan and the Tokyo itself looks so beautiful during these special spring hours.
Yeah.
So what we're deciding is that it's a Gohan Foundation is the name of the foundation who's going to benefit from this. It was founded by Saori Kiwano from Korean knives and tablewares, and she's excelled herself in Japanese, culture in New York.
So you'll have a little Japanese food, a little American mixing in as well. I want to also talk about, before we even finish that, is this Taj Mahal event that you guys are planning. You guys are both of Indian descent, and a lot of folks out there love Indian food. What an opportunity to go to the Taj Mahal and experience that.
I can't wait for that. We started with Egypt because Egypt, like they say, is the mother of all civilization, is the wonder of the world. And we take it to the second wonder of the world, that is Taj Mahal, and no other place like that. And the event is going to be called the Soul of Taj. And we are planning to put together 101 chefs. And there's a reason why it's 101, right? Because
it's a very auspicious number in our mythology. Even our grandparents or our elders, they always give us a gift in
rupees. Gotta have the right number.
Right. It's 101 rupees. They'll never give us 100.
Who's going to benefit from the event in India?
After a lot of research, and also I was in Seoul. We are doing the 21 Asian Summit. That's the most influential Asians getting together and discussing the prospects and the new challenges we are facing in 21st century. And to my understanding, it's very close to my heart too, that we are benefiting Sankara, which is an eye foundation based in India. And they have a mission called 2020, in which 2020 they want to eradicate curable blindness from India, which we're talking about millions of children.
Now, how do you, that's fantastic, and I'm sure much needed in India. Hari, how do you guys choose from event to event who you want to benefit with the funds you raise?
He's working very closely with there's an organization here called Visions. He does a workshop. We do a workshop called Vision of Palate, where we go and do a class for the people with visual disabilities. The excitement that they get by tasting and smelling food is amazing. I once got an opportunity to go for a workshop, Vikas's workshop, which is Vision of Palate. The excitement that they see with the people who they cannot see but they can smell the food. It's an hour of taste. So that, and the Sankara, which is the Eye Foundation, which is in India. So that's what we're going for.
I find it fascinating when I meet people like you guys who are doing all this charitable work. You guys have jobs. You do this completely on the side. Where do you find the time to run this massive organization and also be a chef?
I think, Rob, it's inside everyone. Everyone wants to do this. And, it's actually, I tell people, it's creating time. They always keep telling me, how would you do this? And, it's always creating time. And I have a new restaurant coming up.
Chef probably has inside them. But, like, I used to feel that. Sometimes I put in 13 hours, 14 hours in my kitchen, and I come back, and Vikas calls me and say, hey, I'm on a break. And I'm going for a class. I'm doing a class at Visions, or it just gives me more inspiration to do it. Also, it's amazing that.
Well, it's amazing, and I really enjoyed talking to you guys. I saw a great quote as I was getting ready for this. Socrates wrote this quote: "Bad men live that they may eat and drink, whereas good men eat and drink that they may live." And you guys are helping people eat and drink so that others can live well. So it's great having you both here. Congratulations on everything so far, reaching the handshake, and look forward to seeing more continued success. Vikas Khanna and Hari Nayak of Cooking for Life, thanks so much for joining us. And that's all the All Together Now we have for today. I'm Rob Similcare in New York. Thanks for watching.
Followed by the series premiere of The Nine, Wednesday starting at 9/8 Central, only on ABC.